Well, hello and welcome to the final chapter of our 7-day Mind and Body Detox Challenge. And hasn't it been a journey? I certainly enjoyed this time coming every night for 7 nights to empower you to become the best version of yourself in 2026. I am sure you will agree with me that the tools that were provided were personal. They were very, very useful. I would say that it provided an opportunity for you to get to know yourself a little better. And so, before the time runs out, I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you to all of our participants who showed up nightly, who participated and embraced the powerful tools that were provided during this 7-day journey. And so, as we wrap up this evening, we will share with you the most powerful tool of all, the one that helps to bring everything together. And so, in engaging you this evening, I would like for someone to enter the 6 tools that you have received thus far. 6 tools, night 1, night 2, night 3, 4, 5, 6. Enter that in the chat and let me know how well you remembered the tools. It would also give an indication on whether or not you utilized them. And then for the rest of you, I would like for you to put in the chat the one thing that you are taking away from this 7-day journey that you intend to utilize for the rest of your life. With that being said, let's get started with our presentation. And again, it is the finale, and I say, yippee, you made it. You made it to the finish line. Congratulations for taking the time to invest in your health. We, over the past 7 days, have been eliminating foods that cause toxin buildup in our systems. And if you have really accepted the challenge of eliminating sugar, red meat, dairy, white bread, rice, and pasta, you should be able to say one observation that you have seen or noticed as it relates to that change within your body. So if you are brave enough, I would like for you to enter one small change that you have noticed as a result of eliminating these foods and cutting back if you are a coffee and alcohol consumer and you have been cutting back. Let us know how that has impacted your well-being thus far. And I want to encourage you that beyond the 7 days, that you would continue to eliminate those foods. I didn't spend too much time explaining why you need to cut them out, but I am sure that you know. And if you don't know, I encourage you to just do a little check and see the impact of these foods on your body. And if you are now ready to complete this challenge victoriously, I want you to write in the chat, in the comments, your thoughts regarding the end of this program. Say whatever you feel in terms of how it has impacted you over the past 6 evenings and as we come to the end. So, what is our tool for this evening as we wrap up? It is called a mind map. Now, you would agree with me that you have many organs in your body, but is the mind an organ? Where is it? Can you definitely state exactly where in your body this entity resides? It is believed to reside in the head because, of course, when we are silent, we can hear the voices in our heads, the rehashing of experiences of the day or experiences of the week or even experiences from the last year. So the mind is something that brings together all of the sounds and sights and smell and feelings that we encounter in our life's journey. So, I am sure you will also agree with me that unless you take time to meditate and journal, which are two of the tools that we have covered, you will find that your mind is just crowded with so many ideas, so many concerns. But when it comes to charting your future, this planning also takes place in the mind. And so, with all of the traffic that's going on, you have to literally wrestle yourself to the ground in a state of silence, in a state of pulling away consciously and intentionally from all of the distractions that prevent you from zooming in on your personal desires, dreams, and aspirations. And so, this is what it would possibly look like if you can see this, but I will show you a clearer picture in a few minutes. But there are segments, lots of bubbles in your head, all carrying a different signal, a different message. So, in this final tool, we have a two-part activity. The first part we will share together here on this platform. And then the second path, you will have the opportunity of discussing your goals, your aspirations, the components of part one in a one-on-one chat with me. And that will help you to clarify and also to consolidate and concretize all that you would have used and learned during this 7-day journey. So, the action steps that we're going to take right now. If you see this image here on the right, it is exactly as I have stated. Look at all the activities, how it's jumbled, how you just cannot focus on one single thing. So this is what I want you to do right now. I want you to just close your eyes for a few seconds and get in touch with your biggest vision for 2026. Allow yourself to dream. Visualize that dream as if it is happening right now. Think about it. And now we are going to put that vision into a mind map. So, in constructing the map, you are going to draw a circle. And then, if you remember the wheel of health that we covered in the first segment, you are actually going to draw 12 circles on the outside of that middle circle. So, in the middle, you will begin to insert the big idea that you have in mind for 2026. So when you draw it now, your map should look something like this here that's in the image. So let me just make it bigger so that you can see it more clearly. There you go. So here you have it. In the middle is one circle, and then you have 12 other circles. 4 and 4 is 8. That's actually 10. The middle one makes 11. So just 10. You will draw it like that. And then in the middle, you will put your vision, that big idea that you have for 2026. One thing, it doesn't have to be anything major, okay? It could be that you want to publish a book, you want to lose 20 pounds, you want to go back to school, change your career, any idea that you have in mind. Just put it at the center. And then what you're going to do after you would have put that big idea in the center, you are now going to put in the little circles all of the things that needs to be in place in order for you to achieve this one goal that you have in mind. So here is an example. Publishing a book. In order for you to publish a book, you have to create an author's website. You may have to write a plan of the chapters that you want to put in. So you will put that in one of the circles. You want to also set up your writing hours to say, I am going to set up to write 3 hours in the morning every day, Monday to Friday, or from Sunday to Sunday. Then you may want to write your book outline. You want to set up a agent, a literature agent, somebody who can work with you. You may want to hire a marketing agency to promote the sale of your book. Then you want to build a social media platform, and there are lots of things that you would want to do. So in your plan, you want to be able to identify. Let's look at losing 20 pounds. In one of these, you may want to put change my diet. The next one, you may want to say, write out meal plans to cover a week. You may want to also say, include healthy eating in my budget, because, of course, the budget that you may have for your normal meals may be less than the budget if you are shopping for healthier foods. You also want to say, in order for me to lose this 20 pounds, in addition to eating healthy, I must exercise. So for exercising, you would want to determine whether you're going to walk, whether you're going to swim, dance. So you will put the type of exercise, or you may say, I will do a variety of exercises. And then, of course, set aside time for exercise. So those are the things that you will put in each of your little balloon. Okay? And then once you've done that, then you are going to post it in the chat, but you will also give us a personal message that will not be visible to anyone else who participated. So in that personal message, you will say, I would like to move to the next step in being helped with executing my plan. And in that way, you and I will have a one-on-one because we will have an exchange of telephone contacts. Now, if you don't want to do the telephone contact, we do have the email option where you will email us at underthetree242@gmail.com, and then we will go forward with everything. And that brings us literally to the end of our section of the whole 7-day challenge. So the one-on-one, this is the information again, under the tree at under the tree 242@gmail.com to schedule your free session for part 2 of your mind map, what you have in store for yourself moving forward. Okay? And so that's what you must do. You will get a free audio again. I don't know if I didn't see where anyone actually posted anything in the chat regarding last evening's challenge. Okay? But for this evening, you will be posting your map, not what was there on the screen. Okay? You will be posting your map, as I said. And then you will be getting, for the bonus incentive, a clip that will be posted in the Facebook page, Surrender and Release Meditation. And that will wrap up our whole journey and help you to concretize and to cement your commitment to utilizing the tools and for up-leveling your overall health and well-being. Now, for the grand prize, most passionate player. From my observation, I want to say that we have had many persons who have participated in this challenge. However, the person who showed up live for the most sessions is the person who qualifies for this prize. And I am proud to announce that that person is Miss Marcia Swift. She's been a real passionate player throughout this challenge. And I want you to know that your prize is 2 VIP tickets to Fusion for you and your choice date. Thank you so much for being a passionate player and for participating so intently. I pray that each of you would continue in the journey, and each of you will also complete your mind map and get that bonus session. I can tell you that the value of that session is $100. Okay? So if you were to get a one-on-one coaching session from anyone, anywhere, you would pay anywhere from $100 to $150. So don't let this opportunity pass you by. Thank you again, and may God bless you as you continue to pursue health and happiness. Have a wonderful evening, and looking forward to hearing from as many of you that wish to have that one-on-one session for the completion of your mind map. God bless. Have a wonderful weekend.